One of my favorite quotes in the world is from King Solomon, and in it he says, "The rich and the poor have one thing in common. The Lord gave sight to both of them." Another version says, "The oppressor and the oppressed have one thing in common. The Lord gave sight to both of them." Now, this might not mean a lot to you, but this could be the difference between one man looking at one situation and all he can see is a convoluted, dysfunctional taxi system. Another man looks at the same situation and all he can see is an app called Uber. One man sees a piece of property that has been called the Hog Island for hundreds of years. Another man sees the same property, Mr. Hartford in 1959, buys it and calls it the Paradise Island. From Hog Island to Paradise Island, because why? He said what when he saw it, all he could see was the Monte Carlo of the Bahamas. Today, the Paradise Island is the most famous tourist destination in Bahamas and one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world. My question to you is, what do you see? Because you will see what you see. I don't know if you've heard of this famous experiment that was carried out years ago on some women, and they were told they were going in for an experiment, and the experiment was about the discrimination that people face, that people that have facial disfiguration. And so these women were told that they would, via makeup, put a scar on their face and they will proceed for job interviews. Now, just before they left, they called them back and say, "Oh, let's touch up your makeup." And unknown to this women, what was done was that these scars were totally removed, totally erased, unknown to the women. And they went for this interview. 95%, from the last thing I read, 95% of them came back reporting massive levels of discrimination. Some even citing comments the interviewer made that they saw was that was direct reference to these scars. The truth is this, that what you expect to see is what you will see. That's just the fact of life. If you see that the system is rigged against you, you will face victimization every single place you go, even if it's not there. Because what you see will be what you see. My question is, what do you see? What do you see? The universe works with your subconscious mind. It will correspond to what I am sees. What I am wants, I am will have because I am wants it. What do you see? You will see what you see. One man sees a Hog Island, another man sees Paradise Island. There are people that immigrate from third world countries and they come to first world countries and all they see is discrimination. If you trace back, you would find that most times, I'm not saying that discrimination isn't real, but most times they hang around their countrymen or women that are in the bottom of the barrel who see nothing but stiff resistance. And if all you see stiff resistance is all you get because I am sees it, therefore I am gets it. But if those same people were to hang around winners, around high flyers, around people that say, listen, it's not easy, but if you give it your best, you will see the best. You'll see what? They'll fly. There are people that say that all men are dogs. Guess what they attract? Dogs, even in church. Because what? That is what I am sees, and that is what I am will get. If you hang around people that are unfaithful to their spouses, you will be part of that because that is all you see. The universe will give you opportunities to manifest what you see. The universe is what you call a moral. It doesn't discriminate between good and evil. It's like gravity. It doesn't matter if you're righteous or a sinner. If you jump off the second floor, you will come down. Electricity does not discriminate. It doesn't care if you're white or you're black you're green or you're blue, you're righteous or a saint. If you stick your finger in that socket, you will get zapped. It doesn't care. It doesn't know. It is just a law. That is what the universe is. And it works with your subconscious mind. This thing I'm telling you is real. Alexander Graham Bell, one of the famous inventors, said it. He said that what this power is, I do not know. But what I know is it exists. Famous inventors use this power, like Thomas Edison, who has over 1,000 patents. Do you understand that there is a power that is present? And Alexander Graham Bell, I think the full statement is, what this power is, I do not know. All I know is that it exists. And it is there to work for any man who has that mind state that what he wants, he will not quit until he gets it. It's out there. I might have killed it. It might not be the way he said it, but it's along that line. What this power is, I cannot say, but what I know is it exists. These are famous inventors who tapped into this power. You have that power. It is working for you or against you, but it is working correspondence to what you see. So if what you're seeing around you is not what you really want, then wouldn't now be the time to start changing what you see? If you want to be prosperous, read about people that are prosperous. Read about people that are prospering. In every single city, in every state, in every nation in the world, I don't care if it's first world or seventh world, there are people that are prospering. Read about them. Fantasize about prosperity. See that there's nothing but opportunities. And guess what? Just like that, you will begin to see opportunities. You will hear a question that you've heard so many times, but right now you begin to see that this is an opportunity and you take it. Why? Because I am wants it. I am sees it and I am gets it. It is true that the universe is at your command. If you can, excuse me, if you can grasp this reality, and it is true, it is working for you whether you like it or not. Gravity is working. It cares. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're under the weather. It doesn't care if you have a little cold like me. Excuse me. It doesn't care whatsoever you think. Gravity is at work right now. It doesn't care your race. It doesn't care your gender. It doesn't care. It doesn't care how much you have in the bank. Gravity is at work. Electricity is at work. The law of the universe is at work. And it always corresponds. It always corresponds. It always corresponds to what you see. Begin to change. Begin to change. If what is going on around you is not what you want, then begin to fantasize about what you want. Begin to see it coming to you. If you hang around people that say the system is rigged against them, all you would see, just like those ladies in the interview, all you will see is a rigged system against you. Even when it's not there, you will create it. The universe will proceed to create it because that is what you want and is responding to you. If you believe that this world is filled with opportunities, there are so many opportunities coming to me every single day, and I'm taking it and I'm delivering, guess what will happen? It would start 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 opportunities, 10 opportunities. Listen, it is a fact. The rich get richer. Why? That's all they see. The poor get poorer. Why? That's all they see. It's just a law. It's just a law. Nothing is rigged against anyone. It is rigged against yourself because you rig it against yourself. And the universe just does what? It's a faithful servant. Master wants, therefore master will get. All men are dogs? Well, okay, send them more dogs. The system is rigged against you? Oh, well, that's what master wants. Send it over. Whew. What do you see? I want you to take this serious. Think about what you want. If it's love, if it's a healthy relationship, if it's breakthrough in finances, if it's opportunities in your career, whatsoever it is that you want. You can right now begin, not just by affirming it, that's part of it, but begin to fantasize about it. Actively put your emotions in it, because they say emotions is energy in motion. Put your energy into the motion. Create that desire. Fantasize with it, play with it, see yourself living in it until it becomes mentally so real that it feels that you don't even need it because you already have it. And I'm telling you, without fail, the universe will correspond to the nature of what you see. Have you ever got up in the morning on the wrong side of bed and it just seems everything doesn't work? It is lining for you because that is what you want. That's what it sees. The man, your servant, the universe, that's all it sees coming out from you. And it responds to you. This is very serious. This is the difference between struggle and liberation, between prosperity and poverty. It's all a mindset. Take care.